Sorry, guys. Sorry I was late. It's just one of those days. Busy, busy. I actually was trying to spend a good amount of my day today, not on YouTube stuff, but instead on game dev. I mean, that's really what I've been trying to do. Trying to finish up Twisted Tower, and it's been one of those days where you just don't get time to work on your game, and that's okay. Hey, this could be a really fun live stream today. We're going to play 3 games. Well, we'll see if we have time for 3 total. But we're going to play 3 games, and at the end of the live stream, we're going to vote on our favorite game. The goal is to provide feedback to the developers so that they know if their game is working. Because at the end of the day, we're going to have a bunch of people who make games, watching games right now. And you're going to give feedback live. I think this is just a great way. Honestly, I was thinking, man, this probably hurts game developers' feelings whenever I play their games, and maybe they don't get the feedback they want. And then I realized, that's amazing. You're so lucky if you get your game played on this channel, because you get tons of developers giving you real-time feedback. And the best developer, the greatest developer, the linchpin of the entire industry is sitting right here giving you feedback. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the first game. Before we do that, guys, I wanted to say a huge, huge thank you to the new students who've joined my art programs. Brendan, Zarin, Benjamin, Alexander, Larry, Marco, and TK. Welcome to the 2D art program. Huge thank you for supporting the channel, supporting the podcast. But also, hey, congratulations on investing in your future. That's really, really cool that you'd be willing to trust me with your 2D art and your 3D art journey. Hey, guys, if you want to join, you want to get a shout out in tomorrow's live stream, check out 2D Art Pro below. Seriously, 16 hours left. I extended it last week by another 7 days. This is it. This is for real. This is it. This will close tomorrow. If you want 25% off my 2D art program and you want to get my 3D art program completely free, this is it. This is the last day. You'll get to programs. I'll also give you a shout out in tomorrow's live stream, just like I did with the other students. So check it out below. See if it's something you're interested in. Here's the thing. There's a ton of stuff. There is a ton of stuff to learn about art. Guess what? You only need to know this much to make a beautiful game. This much. This is what they say you need to know. This is what I'm telling you you need to know. Okay? And you can trust me because I'm a Time Magazine featured artist. My art has been featured by Time Magazine because of my games, including my 2D game at Pinstripe, my 2D game Neversong. Also, my 3D artist and I, we teach in the 3D art program. I believe that game was featured by PC Gamer, Twisted Tower. So yeah, look, you're going to learn from actual indie game devs. That's the best part about these programs. You can learn from a bunch of YouTubers who've never really done it. You can learn from a bunch of Skillshare people who've never done it. They might know how to do art, but they don't know how to do indie game art. That's what matters. So check it out below. See you on the other side. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into Steam here and take a look. Oh, cool, Shadow. You liked it? Shadow says I got the course and I can tell you it works. Oh, man. Wow, that is a thirst quencher. I just love that. And look, it replenishes all the electrolytes I lose in sweat with 0 sugar. Wow. Delicious. There's something really addicting about Gatorade. I can't stop. Okay, what are we doing? Oh, we're going to play some games today. Let's jump into Steam and get started. We're going to start with this game called Unaware. Okay? I love to sometimes when I get a chance, when I feel like I have time. Oh, God bless me. I got ragweed allergies every fall. I like to look at the Steam page first, if I feel like I have time. Boy, we have one major issue right off the bat that I see here that I just have to tell. Aces Games. I love you to pieces. I love you to pieces and I want you to be successful. You made a huge mistake here. And this is to help you, okay? Who knows what the mistake is? There's a big old fat mistake right here. Does anyone know what this is? I'll show you in Photoshop. Let me open up Photoshop here, and I'm going to show you what the big mistake that Aces Games made. This is something that a lot of game devs do, and I don't know why. There's no such thing as this. This cannot happen in the real world. You cannot have dense fog. Okay? You cannot have dense fog on a tree, but for some reason it's not here. Okay? It's just a rule of nature. The reason we have trees fading into gray is not because of lighting, it's because of fog and atmosphere, which is also here. So either we need to have the skybox be, oh man, I love talking about this stuff. The skybox should match the atmospheric fog. That's kind of the rule. Or the fog should match the skybox. It's one or the other, but they're linked, they're married. Okay? It's not an opinion. This is a fact. This is how it goes. That's what it should be. Okay? I mean, it'd probably be better just to do it like this. It's just a fact. Okay? That's really what it should be. Now, you could, if you wanted to, if you really, really want stars, you could do this. Okay? And that would be in the skybox. The skybox would do that work for you. Alternatively, you make the fog black. And then you have the stars. Okay? Again, the rule is the skybox color should match the fog, or the fog should match the skybox color. Big fat rule that you got to follow. Okay? Let's jump into the game. Oh, I'm so sorry. I got a little distracted. We didn't even look at the Steam page here. Let's watch the trailer. It's called Unaware. Aces, I'm trying to help you. I love you, and I'm excited to play your game. Okay, do you see Aces? Do you see the problem now? This cannot happen in the real world. In fact, I actually prefer fog. It looks like what you're trying to do is something like Silent Hill, and you'll notice that Silent Hill, like the original Silent Hill, the way they dealt with fog was they just bled it into the skybox. Do you see that? They just bleed it into the skybox. The skybox is just a white gray. And so that looks like that's actual fog. No, it's not. That's a skybox. And then the fog is gray. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's go ahead and play your game. Steam page looks great, though. I actually was really excited to play this. It gives me so many, like... Honestly, I might make a game like this for my next game. I just love games where you're in a spooky mansion, you get Resident Evil vibes, and you're outside, and then you go inside, and then you go outside, and then you go inside. So let's see what it is. You guys ready? Let's hit play. Jabby's barking. What are you barking about, Jabby boy? That's URP with environmental fog and skyboxes? If Tim Schultz is saying that that's how to do it, then yes. But if you're blaming URP for that, that's not true. Okay, so for some reason, there's no hovering effect here. And I also don't hear any sound, which is fine. I understand it's a demo, but there's no indication that hovering is occurring. Okay, it works, but I don't hear any sound.
Where am I? How did I end up here?
Good job.
Strange. I can't seem to remember anything.
Aces Games, you did it. You did it. You told me that I didn't know where I don't know where I am. It is so hard for indie game developers to just tell the audience how to feel. I cannot tell you how many games I've played where you wake up and you don't know where you are. But the player, you're thinking, well, maybe the character does know, but I don't know. You just put me into the character's pants, and I love it. Put me in the character's pants all day. And you just did it. Thank you for telling me. Something to keep in mind about 3D lighting is I wouldn't, if I were you, I wouldn't I would actually increase look, those walls are super bright and this is super dark. It's a texture problem. I would either I would have a flat sort of lightness value for all my textures, so I'm not getting this crazy weird contrast, because this isn't like realistic. In Photoshop, I could show you in Photoshop what I mean. This is how it should look. Give me a sec, guys. This is how it should look. I'm dead serious, guys. It is so I got chills. I got chills with excitement. My legs started to tremble. My upper thigh started to tremble when I heard the phrase, "I don't know where I am." That is so helpful. It is so helpful to just tell me, give me something. It's so irritating when developers expect you to know how you're supposed to feel. Tell me how to feel, especially when we first start. All right, here we go. I'm going to increase the brightness here of our, yeah, look. It's completely black. No matter how much I increase this value, guys, of the sky, of the ceiling, it is completely black. There is no information there. There's nothing there. So we need to make sure we increase the brightness of the wood tones. It's way too dark. Okay, here we go. Did I tell the developer though I really like the ambience and tone here? Let me turn it up. I really like the ambient tones and the feeling. I woke up in a place I don't understand and those trees are so beautiful. Oh, what's my name? I don't know who I am. Oh,
I should take the candle with me.
okay, he sounds happy. I'd be scared. If I woke up in a bed, especially with those sheets, I'd be scared. I'd be like, oh, I should probably bring the candle with me. It's very dark. I need to take that candle with me. Not, I should probably take that candle with me, eh?
I should light up the candle before I take it.
Yeah, so he needs to be scared. I'd redo the voice acting. What did he say?
I should light up the candle before I take it.
I should probably light that candle. I should probably light this candle.
I should light up the candle before I take it.
Okay.
I should light up the candle before I take it.
So tell me how to use my inventory. But I'm assuming it's tab, and there it is. But you need to tell me.
Let there be light.
Hey, that felt great, Aces. It's so funny how all these stupid, simple things like, hey, click and drag. Hey, tell me who I am. Tell me where I am. Tell me if I know what this place is. Those simple, basic things developers skip over because they feel like it's too obtuse or it's too on the nose. And it's like, yeah, you want to be on the nose a little bit for the first 5 minutes of your game. Teach me how to play. All right. Good job. Great game feel here, Aces. Seriously. It feels great.
Locked.
Locked. It's locked. Do you see, guys, the difference here? Listen.
Locked.
Or. Locked. It's locked. The book you just found, comma, will be your own journal. Whoa, that wasn't good. You need to put that on screen as a call out that freezes the game, and it needs to tell me what that is because I could not read that. And also the comma was really weird. The way it was written was weird. But Aces, great job on the game feel and like the simple stuff, very basic
I
stuff.
should take the candle with me.
Like telling me what to do. That's a big deal. And also, congratulations on not forcing me to do a key puzzle. In these walking sim horror games are always, it's like, where's the key? Find the key. Hey, great lighting. This doesn't look like Unity lighting. Are you using HDRP? Okay, so you have an ambient light on. Are you using, Aces, are you using like an ambient skybox light? It's too high. It's too high. Your skybox ambient light is too high. It really should do this. Let me show you what I mean. If we paste this into Photoshop. And by the way, you might be thinking, why is he so obsessed with lighting? Because it's a horror game, and horror games are incredible. Lighting is like crucial. So it really should look like this. If I'm far away, I should see something like this. So the further out it gets, I should see less light. What I would do if I were you is I'd keep, I'd actually I would probably turn down the ambient light to like almost 0. And then I would just have a nice subtle glow, very subtle ambient glow of light, a point light around the player at all times. Resident Evil Village does this. Because this, I'm not scared because I can see everything. But if you've got this creepy music, spooky vibes, I need to see less. Now, you don't want it to be so black that I can't see anything. What you really want to do is you want to make sure that you go, okay, maybe 10 Unity or maybe 8 Unity meters in front of the player, he can see at all times, but subtly. Okay, I've got that candle. Hey, you did that. See, look, you got to get rid of that ambient light or drop that down significantly. That's way too high because I'm not scared. And look, guys, look how good it looks with this more directional light. What we're looking at here, this is flat ambient light. And correct me if I'm wrong, Aces, but this is flat ambient light in the lighting tab using the skybox. Or even a color. This looks so much better. Look at that. But when you get into a really like basic room like this, or a wide room like this, a wide shot, you could see that there's no real directional light. So it looks really, really flat. So it's a lighting issue.
I should find and equip some boots before I move on.
Can you imagine waking up somewhere and you're like, you know, I need to go find some boots. I need boots. Which is fine. I found that to be really funny. Not shoes, boots. I want some boots. Hey, that's great. Hey, seriously, Aces, this feels really good.
I should put on the boots first.
Oh, my word. Okay. Oh, yeah. I put on my boots. Hey, I love this stuff. This stuff's great. Oh, man. Good job.
I should see if there is anyone here.
Whoa, you need to reduce that metallic.
I need to know where I am and how I got here. I haven't got a clue yet.
Okay, you need new voice acting. Do we agree, by the way? New voice acting for Aces. It needs to be like this. I haven't got a clue where I am. What is this place? So we have kind of a fidelity issue with the graphics. By the way, I actually feel really good in this game. I feel you're really good at atmosphere, Aces. You've done a really good job. But I do feel a fidelity issue. So for example, this horse is made out of, you know, gold you might find in Wind Waker. And then this one's gold you'd find in Resident Evil Village. Like totally different. What I would do if I were you is there's 3 options. The first option is make sure every asset you get is high fidelity, or at least texturally is high fidelity. Second option is reduce the fidelity on everything so it looks either toon shaded. The problem with toon shading is it's not scary anymore. So the third option, which is what everybody does, is PSX. So they just pixelate everything like crazy, and then suddenly you can't notice it. if I were you, what I'd do is I'd make sure that some of these assets you've got, I would remove that horse. I mean, it's just not working for the rest of the world here. Yeah, look at that. You got to reduce that ambient light. That's way too bright. And then also increase the brightness values of your wood tones. Very, very dark. Very dark. That ceiling is so hard to see. Just open it up. Open up the PNG in Photoshop and or GIMP, and then just increase the value.
This looks like the living room.
Is this a living room? Do you guys see the difference? This looks like a living room. Or is this a living room? Like, it's just totally pulls me out of the immersion. But Aces, you've done a good job with the character controller and the movement and the interaction and also the atmosphere. I think the atmosphere is really great. Oh, and the sound design's really good too. Can we all agree the sound design's great? Just an old newspaper. However, the date says. Is it just me, or should we flip November and 27, or is that just American? I don't know. 1923. Hey, I love the year 1923. Get back there. Get back there. I want to read it. Tell me how to read it. Come on. I guess that's fine. The hover is good enough. I love mansion games. They make me so happy. Okay, it's very dark, bud. Very dark. I would increase that. Okay, brightness. Even when I crank up the brightness. Whoa. Okay, so your settings are kind of screwy. I don't know why it just changed it to 640. And now I can't change it back. Whoa. I appreciate you having settings, but it's so important. It is so important to make sure this stuff works, because now we're screwed. Okay, wait. Yeah, it doesn't. Wait, what? Okay, I have 2 resolutions. That's okay. Okay, there we go. All right, good. Yeah, it's weird. I'm like double, triple clicking and it barely moves. But yeah. Oh my, we need to resume here. Just in case. I understand I could probably press escape. Yeah. Okay, let's keep.
I'm not ready to head outside yet.
Why? Why? I woke up, I don't know where I am. I want to get the hell out of here. So that's odd.
I'm not ready to head outside yet.
Why? You want to stay in this murder house? Very difficult to see. Now it's too dark, so I don't know what happened. We had plenty of ambient light, and now there's none. And this is a common issue that is in a lot of indie games, horror games especially. There's this crazy kind of like bipolar use of light, where it's either way too dark or it's way too bright. My theory, and I'm probably wrong, but my theory is it's because developers, sometimes they work in the day and they have light streaming through, and so they make everything really bright and they think it's dark. And then at night, they're drinking their whiskey, they're vaping, and it's 12 a.m. and their lights are off, and then they develop this room and it looks completely fine because it's pitch black in their room. So make sure your development environment when you're making your horror games is pretty consistent. That's why I always kind of have the same lighting in this room. It doesn't look like this, believe me, this is my streaming lighting. You want to make sure it's pretty consistent so that the lighting is consistent in the game, because our eyes really do adapt to our screen. I turned off the candle. Yeah, but it's still incongruent, look. Even with it on, it's still incongruent. Does that make sense? And it's not, I'm not saying you can't change lighting from room to room, but typically it's justified. You know, it's like you walk down a hall and there's like a ton of fluorescent lights in the ceiling. And it's like, okay, well, no wonder it's bright. But what I just saw was a very incongruent use of light, because there wasn't really a justification for it. So just keep that in mind. This is really great, honestly. I mean, seriously. We have some lighting issues and...
Locked.
Locked! And the voice acting is not my favorite. But I'm really enjoying this, actually. Got some weird texture issues going on there. Yeah, you might want to drag the correct texture onto those handles. If this was an asset, I think you might have dragged the wrong one. Oh, I love that. That's so great. I love shadows like that. They make me so happy. I'm not ready to go outside yet.
It's already lit.
Okay, sorry. Oh, we heard a little breaking sound. I smell delicious dinner. No, like in real life, my wife is cooking something really great. Very, very dark. Let's go upstairs. Wait, what? The lighting completely changed. What in the world? This is exactly what I was saying. Wait, is it the settings? Is that what's going on? I don't know. No? Sorry, that was a Steam page. Yeah, I'm not sure. Aces, what do you think, man? What's going on with the lighting? Now it's just too dark, but yeah, look at that. The metallic values on that is insane. I think you might be in... Are you using the standalone or built-in pipeline? That's probably what's going on with the lighting there. No, honestly, I've said a lot of critique, but I actually am enjoying this.
This looks like a study room. So many books.
I love that you're telling me where we're going. Actually, like seriously, I love that. I love games that inform you of various locations when the set dressing doesn't necessarily indicate that. I actually really do enjoy that. I just would say, is this a study? Ooh, that was good. That's what we needed. We got a little giggle going on. I like it. I love that. Look at you. I need to do some of this in Twisted Tower. I got myself a key! A yellow figure is to the left of a green figure. Yellow, left of green. Yellow, left of green. I could play this all day. Seriously, I love the atmosphere. Aces, hey, here's a high five. So yeah, it's like lots of scary things are happening, yet the player's like, I don't want to go outside just yet. I actually want to stay right here. Do you see the incongruence, guys, with the way the voice acting and also the things he's saying? I'd be terrified. Woke up in a place I don't know. All the lights are flickering, and there's a child's voice. Please let me play this. Nope. You got it. If you're going to have an open piano, you've got to let me be able to play it. Even if you just press E on it and it goes ding, dong, dang, dong, ding, dong, 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 and does random notes, you have to. It's a rule. It's a universal law. Sort of, I don't know, written in the foundations of the universe.
I should look for the missing pieces.
Okay. These candlesticks are wild. Oh, that's great. I love that the candles are consumable. That's actually a really cool mechanic.
There's something strange about this bookshelf.
What?
Looks like a book fits this slot.
There's something strange, Mr. Frodo. Mr. Frodo!
There's something strange about this bookshelf.
There's something strange about this bookshelf. You know, there's something strange about this bookshelf. I don't talk like that when I'm terrified. Man, I freaking love horror. I could play horror games. That should open the opposite direction, by the way. What happens if I don't move? Let's see here. Yeah, that's frustrating. It should open both ways. And I understand that that's not realistic, but it should. There's something behind you. It is creepy. I like it. Seriously, good job so far on this game. I just wish I could see more. So these are all
not ready to head outside yet.
Okay, imagine this. Imagine you walk into a beautiful brand new house, right? Gorgeous. You're looking to buy a house. Everything is perfect. It's brand spanking new. It looks like $1 million house, but it consistently smells like a dead body. That, in my opinion, is what happens to most indie games. There's one or two things that ruin the experience. And it's so sad and unfortunate because game devs, for some reason, they don't identify, like, it smells a good example because a lot of people don't know they could, like, if you live in an environment for so long, you're going to get used to the smell, right? The same is true with when you make your game. You get used to these things that would be obvious to you if it was someone else's game. So, like, the voice acting and the lighting. These are obvious things to everybody watching. I think so. I haven't read the chat. But
I'm not ready to head outside yet.
It's like most people are like, why does he sound so happy? You know, why not head outside?
I'm not ready to head outside yet.
And then also the lighting. It's like, it's pitch black. Of course I need to put some light in here. The player can't see anything. But that's Aces. I think that's just normal game dev. That's what happens. You get used to the flaws of your game, and you don't address them. So anyway, let's jump to the next game. Aces, do you feel like I was helpful? I really was. I'm trying to be as honest as I can for these games because I want you to get rid of that dead body smell. I want you to be able to sell your house. It's a beautiful game. You've done a very good job. But we don't want it to smell like a corpse. Right? Does that make sense? We don't want it to smell like a corpse. And so we need to get rid of that. The bad lighting. It's not bad lighting. It's too dark or it's too bright. It's very random. I'm going to probably do a video on lighting. I think lighting is so important. I really need to do that. Let's see here. VV World says Unity looks terrible. That is I'm going to say something. I'm not trying to be mean. I love you. That's what a noob would say. Someone who's just starting, because it's not Unity. Unity, Unreal, you could pretty much make them look the same. Unreal's lighting's a little bit better, obviously, and it has a lot of really sort of built-in post-processing stuff like real-time global illumination that makes it look incredible. But that's not a Unity problem. That's a lighting issue. And it's the developer who needs to fine-tune the lighting. I'm not saying Unity's better than Unreal. I'm saying that's not, if you see a game, you can't just go, oh, that's Unity's fault. It doesn't work that way. Lighting is the decider if a game is good or bad looking. 1000%. And by the way, to the person I said you're being a noob, what I meant, I'm so sorry, that was rude of me. What I meant was, please forgive me. What I meant was, don't just immediately say, this is an engine's problem. Because that's kind of what a novice would say. A novice in game dev will say, this is an engine's fault. And I get frustrated with blaming engines. It's typically not the engine that's the problem. So I apologize if I was being rude there. Please forgive me. Seriously, that wasn't nice of me. I love you and I'm sorry. Okay, Spear. We're going to play this game called Spear. That's awesome. Charlon Noir. And by the way, guys, if you want to learn I love that music. Yeah, I wanted to just let you guys know one more quick time. If you want to check out the 2D Art Pro sale, you've got 15 hours left for real, and it will close. So feel free to join, and I'll give you a shout out in tomorrow's live stream, like I did with these new students here. And by the way, if you're a student of one of my programs, let me know in the chat what you think about them. But guys, this is a way to support the channel. A lot of YouTubers have a lot of different ways to monetize and sort of stay afloat. For me, it's courses. Also, obviously, selling games. Last year was kind of a rough year with funding. The funding kind of dried up for 3D Realms. So this is how I stay afloat. So be sure to check it out below. And yeah. Okay. And probably some of you are probably thinking, Thomas, I thought you sold games. I do sell games. Money still comes in for games. It's been, I think, 4 years since I've released my last game. So YouTube has been a godsend because it keeps the studio afloat, and then also 3D Realms funds it as well. So it's just that funding is pretty much burned through. So yeah, anyway, that's why I do these ad reads. Okay, let's go ahead and hit play here. Thank you, Mozart. What is that? Wow, that's good music. Oh, that feels good. I didn't like that fell down, but that's funny. What now? Textures are still loading. Shh. Hurry up. The game starts in 3, 2, 1. And action. Okay, so we need a transition between those animations. Definitely need a transition there. Just use the typical or the default transitions in the Unity animator tree. Ooh, slow movement. The hero is here! Kind of reminds me of the walk Cersei had. It's a little different though. This is great. That's great. Give me some transitions there. Just a subtle 0.1 second transition.
What?
Oh no!
No.
Oh yeah. I understand this completely. Oh, that's great. Look at that, guys. After lunch, I'll delete everything. No! This is great. Nice. Cool. That's great, y'all. This feels good too. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what kind of game feel we've got. So what am I supposed to do? Sorry. Nice. Great graphics. Nice ragdoll. Cool. Oh, can I fix you up? Oh. Yes, please. Continue to fix me up. What? Oh my gosh. What was that? We're all gonna be deleted. Get up, we need to fix, or we need to find R&D. Okay, so one of the major issues is the I just feel like there needs to be a little bit more of a transition between the player animations. It's just a little bit more, but that is personal taste. Oh yeah, baby, look at that! Did you see that, guys? Okay, I feel like we need music. Nice. Okay, kind of felt like we needed a fade there. Sweet. This is great.
Hi, fellow NPC. Be careful out there.
Did you see I did a cartwheel? I did a straight up cartwheel. Oh, yeah. Oh. Dude, one of the best things about Majora's Mask was the ability to do cartwheels whenever you jump over a gap. It was so much fun. How do I crouch?
Hello.
Oh, there it is. I can run like a dog. That didn't feel great. I want to hear the sound of cracking glass. That feels a little weird. Okay, the music isn't working for me. And the reason why, it doesn't feel like the world. And you guys know I always jump into music. If it were me, it'd be much more arpeggiated. And this is not a profound thing. This is for a lot of side scrollers with cartoony graphics. They tend to do something that's more arpeggiated and gentle and rhythmic than, say, cinematic. A lot of indie developers have this temptation to just put cinematic string music in their games, and it always feels heavy and like slow. Yeah. So I would say, let's see here. Something like, I always go to Cult of the Lamb. I think they do great work. I do this all the time. This song is a great example of what games like this, the music that we need. There's some code in that jar. Hi, I'm a tutorial NPC. One second, I'll come out in just a sec, okay? Yeah, so some arpeggiated music like this would help a ton. Oh, that's great. This helps so much. Oh my word. doubles the fun. That's great. Sweet. So, guys, hang on. Okay, so I just got a knock on my door. My kids are trying to come in my office because they're ready for daddy to come downstairs. We're going to go ahead and vote, okay? And I only had time for 2 games. I hope you understand why. Got to run downstairs. But let's go ahead and vote on our favorite games. We've got oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hang on. Let's start a new poll here. Start a poll. Wait, where? How did I? Oh, here we go. All right. Best game. Spear or what was the other one called? Unaware. Okay, while I run the poll, I'm going to let that run, guys. Again, one final thank you to Brendan, Zirin, Benjamin, Alexander, Larry, and Marco. And by the way, if you want a shout out in tomorrow's live stream, guys, be sure to check out the last day. This is the last day. You got 15 hours left to get 2D Art Pro, which is my massive art program, and also my 3D art program completely free. If you want to learn from somebody who's actually making indie games, yes, I'm actually making indie games. I'm not just a YouTuber. My games have been featured by Time Magazine, Washington Post, PC Gamer. They have very positive on Steam. I've got 2 2D games that did really, really well. One of them was bought by Apple Arcade. I'm working on my 3rd game, which is published by 3D Realms. If you don't know, they made Duke Nukem back in the 90s. So if you want to learn from an actual professional indie game developer who does this as his job, and you're going to learn what matters and not what doesn't. This is what doesn't. This is what does. You're going to learn this. Okay? That's what's important. I want you to know what matters. Click the link below to check it out. Again, 15 hours left, and then it's over. Done. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the poll and see how we're doing. All right. We've got 86%. 86% for Spear and 14% for Unaware. I agree. Totally agree. However, which game would I play? If Unaware had better lighting and better voice acting, I would actually play Unaware. My days of platforming games are kind of coming to an end, and it has nothing to do with Spear. I just like games like Unaware. I really do. Spooky Mansion games. I love Spooky Mansion games. I could play Spooky Mansion games probably until I rot in my grave. Yeah, both games really work great. And I'm sorry guys if I got cut short a little bit today, but I gotta run. I love you guys so much. Thanks for hanging out today, and I will be streaming tomorrow as well. So yeah.